We're gonna talk about audacity. Audacity. I might have to do it like this and then tell everybody to come on over to Substack so I can make sure I can see everybody's stuff. All right, y'all. Oh, that's better. That's better. Okay. So let's just go ahead and talk about the audacity that you have to be out here and to do the work that you said you want to do. That's very important. I'm Coach Jay, and I am so happy to be in your space just one more time. Today is Monday, and it is December 15th, y'all. 10 more days, and we will be, it will be Christmas. Can you believe it? I cannot believe it. It's a little fuzziness here on this laptop. I think I got a little moisture in the camera. I think. I hope not, because that would really make me upset, but it is what it is. Um, can y'all hear me okay? Everybody can hear me. Um, so I want to just take the time out to say that if you're worried about being impactful in 2026, if you're worried about being impactful right now, if you're worried about, are people going to hear me? Are people going to care about what I'm talking about? Are people going to resonate with my message? Right? If people are people going to really believe that I know what I'm talking about, right? If that is a part of your thought pattern, if that is a part of what you feel that concerns you about going into this next year, because you felt like you played it very small this year. You really felt like you didn't go all out. You really, you look at the year and you're like, man, I wish I could have done this and that and the third. I really wish I would have leaned in and did this more. If that is a part of your thought process, I want you to really, really have the mentality that I want you to not feel that loud is the same thing as audacity. It's not the same. Okay? It's not the same. In fact, let's go ahead and do a little bit of definitive work, right? So audacity is the willingness to act boldly. It's the willingness to act boldly, even when you might be judged, even if you may be rejected or told no. Come on. That's audacity. Audacity is not loud, because there's a lot of loud people. There's a lot of people that want to be considered, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me, right? There's a lot of people that want to be heard. There's a lot of people that are looking for people to listen to them, and they think being loud is the way to do just that. When in actuality, it's about being bold in what you do and how you create your content. Like, that's very important. But a lot of y'all don't have to be loud. You just need to be saying something. You need to be saying something. Loud should not be the same thing as audacity. So if I'm going to be audacious in 2026, if I'm going to be a person that is, I'm going to go all out, Jay. I'm going to go all out. I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do. That means I have to just act boldly. I have to be bold. I have to be saying something. When I open my mouth, goodness comes out, impact comes out, good uh 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 impact comes out. I can't just be talking and nothing is happening. I can't just be, yapping online and nothing is coming to fruition. I have to be able to when I open my mouth, something of substance has to come out because people are attracted to people that seemingly are loud, but there's no impact. There's nothing moving in their life. There's nothing changing in their life. It's just I'm loud and I'm here and I just want somebody to listen to me. I want somebody to hear what I have to say. And this is why emotionalism is so popular because people want to be moved in their emotions, but they don't want to be moved in their life. There's a difference. There's a very key difference. So you have to be the person that makes a decision to say, okay, what am I going to like, how am I moving in 2026? How do I shift from being someone that is hiding and then when I do say something on camera, I'm saying a little here and a little there, but when it comes down to consistency, I have a problem with that. When it comes down to saying something of substance, I got a problem with that. I'm nervous about that. I'm scared about that. How can I get out of being nervous that I'm going to be judged as opposed to me saying the messages, saying what I have to say, speaking out the content, creating the content, putting myself out there so that the right people will come to me. That's what you're looking for. Some people are attracted to loud people. So audacity is courage with intent. I'm being intentional when I'm courageous. I'm speaking and acting without waiting for permission. I'm choosing and deciding to be or moving in conviction over being comfortable and complacent. It's trusting oneself with the information that you're giving to your people that is going to help them, that is going to change their life, which means I got to be a leader, which means I got to read more, which means I need to look at research, which means that when I am speaking from a place of authority, that I have to be in a space where I'm not afraid of pushback. I can't be afraid of pushback because I've done the work on myself. I've tested these theories. See, I'm coming from science now. I have to come from a place of I've put the methods to use. I know what I'm talking about because I got proven methods over and over and over again. Everything that I'm talking about, I have walked through this or I have helped clients go through this. I have helped clients understand this. And it's coming from case studies. It's coming from results and outcomes. So if I don't have results and outcomes, then I know that I'm here to do a work. So what am I speaking on? I'm speaking on my own journey. I'm speaking on people that I've helped in the past. Because some people are addicted to emotionalism. This is why there's so much content, AI slop online, because everybody has access to a machine because some of us are too, I don't want to say lazy, but we're so complacent that we're moving towards like I just want the machine to help me. But there is something about still tapping into divine communication. Still tapping into divine communication. So when I'm able to go tap into divine communication, I'm able to get downloads and information and revelation. I'm able to get information and revelation. That's what makes it different. It's different when you can get revelation. Information is accessible to everybody. Everybody can get information. But revelation is something that is tailored and customizable for the times that we are in. So your ideal client not only needs information, which is accessible to everybody, right? And to make sense of that information. But revelation is when it hits their spirit. It has to hit within. That's good right there. I can be preached to. I can be motivated. I can be, what is it? She just inspired me so much. She just don't know what she do. Every time I hear her talk, she just just motivates me. But I want you to be inspired, because when I go off the TV, or when I come off of your live, or your live stream, what is going to keep you going? What is going to keep the wheels turning? What is going to keep you moving? Because at some point you got to come out of wanting to be motivated all the time, and step into activation. And revelation is, I've received a download that woke me up. It jolted me out of my sleep. It came to me in a meditation. It came to me when I was reading a book. It came to me when I was on my walk. And when I shared it with a client, or shared it with someone that I felt that I felt compelled, because see, you got to be compelled, because every download ain't for everybody. And that's another thing too. Every time we get revelation, and a download from somebody, thank you for the hearts, y'all. It ain't for everybody to catch on. And that's the thing. We think everything is for everybody. Some of this stuff is for you. But if you are compelled to share it with a client, to share it with someone, you'll know it's true for them, because it's something that they needed to hear right at that moment. Because see, you're after impact. You're not after being loud. And like I said, just being loud doesn't mean you're right. It just means you know how to rile people up emotionally. But that's not enough. That's why you got a lot of people that are just looping in emotionalism right now. They're looping in emotionalism. They're in their own emotions. They're afraid of their own power. That's why the trust economy is in the toilet. That's why people are saying influencers are this and influencers are dead, and nobody is an influencer no more, and content is this, and coaching is this, and consulting is this, and nobody is doing this anymore. That's only because everybody is sitting in their emotions. That's why nothing is moving. People are afraid of themselves. Now everybody want to go to the new earth. Everybody want to go to 5D. Everybody want to, be raptured up. Everybody want to come to the mothership. Everybody want to go. Everybody want to leave. You got a whole planet that has been taken, captured, and everybody got speculations on what that is. But instead of people stepping into their authority and getting information, as Beyonce would say, get information so that you can change the world, even if it's 1% better than before you came here, doing something to impact somebody's life. What are you doing today? That's why I said, when you're so ready to go and you're so ready to leave, and everybody picking on me, and I just can't understand, and why the world, so get up and get busy. Get busy. Some people say, well, I'm being about the Father's business. So what about your business? Mind your own business. Focus on your business. I'm still waiting on you to close a client. I'm still waiting on you to expand. I'm still waiting on you to show up consistently. You can't be confused about this. Either you're going to do the work or you're not. And if you're not going to do it, sit down so that we can help the people that you're supposed to be helping, because they still have to be helped. They still have to be helped. So what does real audacity look like? And audacity is not arrogance. That's another thing too. And it's not being loud just to be loud. Audacity is not being loud. Audacity is not being arrogant. Real audacity comes with sharing your ideas before you have fully perfected them, and perfection is the end result of destiny where you feel absolutely fulfilled. But there is a process. You ain't gonna never be perfect until you feel absolutely fulfilled. That's when you get to a state of perfection. The perfection is still, and I'm not even gonna say flaw because that's something humans made up, but it's perfection is fulfillment. I just want to make sure everything is perfect. No, you're trying to get to a fulfilled state before you've been processed to do so. You have to get to a place where you can handle that. That's why you're not fulfilled. This is why you're not moving, because you want it now when you have to feel good now. You have to feel that you are entitled and you are deserving of that. Everybody I just want to be happy. I just want to be, coach, you just don't understand. I've been through so much. Everybody have. What is your point? You ain't exempt from a hard time. I told my daughter that not too long ago. I said, I want you to have a good life. You are entitled to the good life. Everybody is entitled to that. You're entitled to that. But there is a process to having the good life because everybody had different starting points. But every single thing that you have experienced is feeding into perfection, destiny. And some of us are waiting too long, waiting to feel perfect instead of just walking in progression towards perfection, which is what? Fulfillment, self-actualization. Get into a place of fulfillment so that you can help someone else to do the same, because you're not fulfilled really until you get to the place where you can put and invest money into other people. That's when you have filled your cup up to absolute abundance. When you can take money and take investments and pour it into someone else because you have invested in yourself to the point of absolute fulfillment. But you got to have the audacity. You have to have the audacity. You don't have it. Look at the people around you. Are they moving the needle in their lives? They're either moving out of the way or moving the needle in their lives because you have inspired them. Now, some people don't want to move. You got people right now in relationships and in different situations and friendships and things like that. People don't want to move. They don't want to. They have no interest in moving. They're not trying to move. They don't want to move. And so when you talk about higher level things and things that you want to accomplish, then it's a problem. We ain't got this and it's too much going on. And the world is like this and society. Anybody got no money for that. And you want to do too much. They have to move. The more you step into, that's a word, the more you step into your assignment, the faster these people have to move because your actions are loud. You don't have to be loud for your actions and your process to be loud, because what is loud is what's going to move them out of the way because the frequency is too heavy for them. They can't handle that frequency. You know how sometimes when you hear a loud sound and you're like, "Ooh, that was loud." And it ain't even loud. It's piercing. Woo! That's good. That's good. There's people in your life right now that have to move out of the way the more and more you exercise and operate in the right frequency. Now let me calm down, because I know I was going to get this riled up today. It's really about how you see yourself, and you don't even have to be loud. You're just moving. And it bothers people when you're moving. It bothers people when you're moving and they're standing still, and it's bothersome to them. Your energy pushes people out of the way. When you are in move, that's why I say every day you need to move. You need to just keep moving. You need to keep moving. You need to keep speaking. I don't see it yet, coach. I don't see it yet. It seems like it ain't coming. I feel like I'm doing everything, but I feel like I'm not getting the type of traction I thought I was gonna get. That's because you're building momentum. You're building momentum. I told people that when I first started, I always go back to when I first started. I didn't have anybody coming on my lives. I didn't have people like I'm on Substack. I switched over to TikTok. People going in and out. I know how TikTok roll. I know how TikTok get down. I haven't been live. This is the first time I've been live on this TikTok. But I know what it's like to first start off and not have people to join anything, to not have people to see my stuff, right? I know what it's like. But see, you're looking at a now versus my beginning, because in the beginning, this is why I can empathize. And see, this is what is it called? This is what is it called? Pre-AI. This is pre-pandemic. So a lot of the stuff that we had to figure it out, we didn't have AI to figure it out. We didn't have a whole lot of this. It was all just going off spirit, going off pure passion, going off purpose, going off of I can do this, and just having the audacity. But audacity should not be confused with being loud. You got something to say. You don't have to be riled up. You don't have to be extra. You don't have to be loud colors and all this stuff. You can be who you are today and still change somebody's life. I'm telling you, I've seen it for myself. I see it. Some of y'all got power. Some of y'all have talent and skills, competencies, intelligence. And you're sitting up there trying to size up and look at someone else. And I don't want nobody to feel like, and I don't want nobody to think that, and I don't want nobody to come to me with what? I beg your pardon? I don't want people to be offended. I don't want people to get, I don't want nobody saying something. You are in and out, in and out. And you want to be blessed for being in the vineyard. You want to be blessed for you're not doing anything kingdom. Your kingdom is poor. You're asking God why. Why it seem like every time what do you mean every time? Because you're not consistent. I don't understand how you want God to be faithful, but you're not faithful. Houseway. How's it work? They don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. You want a divine being to be faithful and consistent. The faithfulness and consistency is shown to you through nature. Nature proves faithfulness and consistency. The sun sets or whatever, the stars align, the constellations appear in some in the same spaces. You got all this stuff. The grass grows, the snow comes, the rain falls, the hurricanes happen, the tornadoes come. All these things, whether it's engineered, natural disasters, or whatever, it doesn't matter. It happens. So what are you doing every day? I always come back to that question. That question will always come back to that question. What are you doing every day? The boldness to still show up even when the bank account is down. The boldness to show up even when a client has fired you, or when a client has acted up and you got to fire them. A client asks for a refund. A client stops paying on their payments. It's the same thing. You have to show up even when it seems like it's dry, even when it feels like nothing is happening, even if it feels like you're going to be embarrassed and shamed. It doesn't matter. You still got to show up. You show up because the assignment. I'm really, let me calm down. The assignment is there whether the economy is up or down. That's audacity. Y'all, I'm about to run. It's really about the assignment over your life. The assignment that you have selected and you said that you were going to carry. That's a load to that. That's heavy. Oof. Because y'all don't know what's up and around the corner. You don't know what's on 2026. 2026, everybody's claiming that it's going to be abundant. Everybody's claiming it's going to be good. Everybody's claiming it's going to be amazing. Everybody's claiming that it's going to be awesome and da 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 da. But if you are not positioning yourself, and you need to start developing, having the audacity. And this is another thing. You need to write this down. Write this down. I don't care if you go and find a piece of plastic. Write it down. Not only do you need to have audacity to show up, but you need to have audacity to have conversations and build relationships. That's a part of it. And a lot of y'all stink when it comes down to building relationships. You don't know how to talk to people. This is why they said, like, Gen Z doesn't, they don't really do a whole lot of talking to people, and they don't have any communication skills. No, it's the fact of the matter is that most adults are boring. Most adults are exhausting to talk to. I always tell people that, like, maybe they don't want to talk to you because you're trash when it comes down to having a conversation, because you want to know their business, you want to know what's their store, what you doing, what you like, you dating. That has nothing to do with moving forward. They want to learn something. Most of y'all are overwhelming. It's the truth. What do you say every day? What do you say to yourself every day? What do you lean into every day? You need to be a lot more authoritative when it comes down to you. You have to be in the space of command and authority. And that's going to come with you having the audacity. So what's the whole point of this conversation? What's the whole point? What's my, where am I getting at? Let me bring it home. Going into this new year, you're going to have a lot of things that's going to try you. You're going to have a lot of people that are going to try to sideswipe you. You're going to have a lot of people that are going to have something to say. And it's going to be as if like they have it together. And you're going to consistently feel like, wait a minute, is this person winning? Is this person getting ahead? And I'm over here doing this? No. That's not what that means. What it means is that you need to mind your business. You see how I just cut that? I didn't say that stop comparing yourself. It's imposter syndrome. No, you need to stop looking at what everybody else is doing, and you need to mind your business. If you even think of seeing someone in that light and saying, oh, I just wish, mind your business. Just go mind your business. Even if you have to, and I know this is extreme, and I do recommend, even if you've been a client of mine in any of my containers, I have had questions where women will say, well, coach, this is this woman that, is in my same industry, and she has this and she has that, and she feel, and they're doing this. And I'm looking at them like, I've done this. And why is it? I'm like, you need to block them for a season. You need to block them for a season. They ain't got nothing to do with jealousy. It has nothing to do with, being envious of them. You have to protect your energy. You have to protect that. You got to get good with you building. And it has nothing to do with you feeling a type of way towards them. Because people will say, "Well, you need to that's you looking at people and you mean to tell me you can't?" No, because this is new for me. So you got to be come on, let's be clear and let's be truthful about this, let's be honest, because I know we're adults, but you still got a lot of stuff from childhood that you gotta overcome and override. And so you got a lot of stuff that you see, I gotta press past this. See, people don't understand, like, you gotta press past this stuff. And for a season, you need to block out all distractions for a little bit. And then you can add them back when you want to. Some people you ain't even gotta add, if it feel like you ain't got to add them back. You don't have to. You ain't gotta add nobody back if you don't want to, because by that time you good. It's some people that you ain't gotta. But I'ma add her back because I like her, and then she say something else. Then you like, oh my God, the coach she's saying so. Okay, but you added her back. Don't feel, and Imma say this too, I gotta say it, and I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care, because 'cause Imma tell you this, the online industry is the only ones that do this, and I'm just gonna call it up because I really don't care. Don't feel like you gotta be friends with people in your same industry. Don't feel like you have to be cool with everybody in the same industry. But did she it's about support. Girl, please. You don't see McDonald's and Burger King hanging out. It's about support. No, because some of y'all get too close to folks, and you want to look and see what they doing so that you can copy. Don't feel like you have to don't feel like it. Don't feel like you have to. Now I know I'm friends with a couple of coaches in the industry, and it's everybody cool. I have a little bit group. I have a little bit of group that I'm cool with. That's why I said no. I don't have to have a whole bunch of people around me to keep me going. I got enough. Come on, somebody. Don't feel like you have the people. I just want to see. No, I'm good. Ain't no wrong with talking to people. Ain't no wrong with having conversations with people. But there is a way that I gotta go, and sometimes I gotta figure this stuff out by myself. Yes, you need people. Yes, you need a network. Yes, you need connections. Absolutely. The connections and the network should not be in the same wheelhouse as friendship, because some people want you to reveal everything to them. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Connections and all of this other stuff. No, connect me to the right people, because you know my assignment. Because you know what I do can help someone else. You ain't got to know all of my social security number to know all this to every. You ain't gotta know all that. I don't ask people stuff. I don't ask people all that. It's because I you have to mind your business. Mind your business. Mm-mm. Be nice to people. And when I say nice, not nice. Be kind to people. Be considerate of people. Give people good service. You know, have conversations when you want to. And there is nothing wrong. And I want to make sure I'm crystal clear. This is not a dig to people. This is not like, oh, was she talking to me? I'm not talking to anybody. And I've been talking like this since 2019. Anybody that's been following me know I've been having the same message since then. So please stop getting emotional about stuff. I say, I don't do that. When people got something to say, I say, okay, and I move on. I don't have that kind of time. Coach, how you get like that? Because people are people, and humans are always going to human. And I know people well enough to know that they are fly by night. They love you today and they will block you tomorrow. Once you get that down pat and you see patterns of that, you let people be people. You don't ever get too attached. They'll be singing your praises on Thursday, and then on Sunday you like, this person did what? Said what? People gonna always people. I mean, Beyonce said it best. What she said one, I forgot the line. Y'all know the line. Beehive. Y'all know. I'm honorary Beehive. I ain't that. I'm not on payroll. Some folk act like they on payroll a little bit, but my point is, Harley said first they love you, then they switch. Yes, they do. So you got to understand you mind your business and you stay the path. This is your journey. You're going to meet people along the way that's going to take you higher and higher. You're going to meet people that's going to take you into spaces that you've never been before. You got to stay the path. You got time for all that heaviness. You don't have time for that. You really don't. So you got to make up in your mind. You have to make it up in your mind that this time I'm going all the way. And I'm going to have the audacity this time. What is audacity again? Audacity is what? The willingness to act boldly. You got to be bold. And bold does not mean loud. It does not mean reckless. It does not mean unhinged. It means that when I say something and when I show up, you automatically know that I'm coming with value, that you automatically know that I'm coming with impact, that I'm coming with gems, that I'm coming with value. That when I show up, it's time to get to business. I'm not showing up to play around with you. I'm not showing up to be your friend. I'm not showing up to be your BFF. I'm showing up to help you change your life by any means necessary, with integrity, of course. Develop character. Get coached. Get some help. We got enough me's. We got enough J's. We need some Harleys. We need some Donicas. We need some Connies. We need some Michaelas. Come on, somebody. We need some Christinas. We need some Danielles. We need some Swavons. We need y'all to get into the work. We need some Shandiras. We need some folks out here. There's 8 billion people in the world just about. You got a percentage of people that are relying on you to show up. Stay true to that. Stay true to that. Okay? I hope this live blessed you. Become a paid subscriber. Become a paid subscriber here on Substack. We have we don't have much long. We don't have much longer. I am going to put out, and I said I was going to do this last week, but we're going to have our little holiday kind of meet and greet to get ready for the new year. So I'm excited about the new year. I really am. I'm very excited about it. So building community is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be building, building, building. I want people to get courageous. All right. Love y'all so much. Have a blessed rest of y'all's day. Soul Stackers, I'll see y'all in a minute. All right. Bye, TikTok. All right. Bye, Substack.